The coronavirus has quickly turned from a regional concern in China to an international sensation. And now that it's spread to 6 continents and 52 countries, drastic action is being taken around the globe.
The spread of the coronavirus continues to have a serious impact around the globe. In South Korea, officials announced that joint drills with the United States military will be postponed indefinitely.
Saudi Arabia has temporarily suspended entry into the country to people who wish to complete pilgrimage to Mecca amid fears over the virus.
At a hotel in Spain's Canary Islands, the doors are chained shut, and nearly 1,000 tourists there have been ordered to stay in their rooms.
Japan shutting down all elementary, middle, and high schools from now until late March in hopes of controlling the outbreak.
That's right. Japan has canceled school for a month. Quick, America, now's your chance to catch up in math. Come on, everybody, learn the quadratic equation as fast as you can. Come on, do it. And as for Saudi Arabia, you realize this is a big deal, right? Canceling people's pilgrimage to Mecca, that's huge. And they didn't stop there. In an even more drastic move, Saudi Arabia said that women aren't allowed to leave their homes starting 80 years ago. But it doesn't matter where you are in the world. From China and Spain to Saudi Arabia and Japan, the coronavirus is going after everybody, which is really scary, but also really woke. Yeah, I mean, you don't think about it, but the coronavirus is more diverse than the Oscars. Everyone gets a chance. And now, luckily, here in the US, the reported cases of coronavirus are still very low. And yesterday, President Trump announced that he'd be putting Vice President Mike Pence in charge of fighting the disease. I know it seems ludicrous, but maybe the plan is to just have Mike Pence bore the virus to death. Just like in my second favorite book of the Bible would have to be Leviticus. I always think that the coronavirus is like, I'm going back to China. But while most people in the US have avoided the virus, there has unfortunately been one major victim very close to Trump's heart: the stock markets.
Breaking news out of Wall Street for the 4th day. Stocks are plunging, and again, it's over the coronavirus. It is down 1,195 points right now. And this is now the worst week for the market since 2008, the height of the Great Recession.
So interesting dichotomy setting up in the market right now. The stay-at-home stocks versus the go-outside stocks. You've got names like Peloton, Netflix, all outperforming, and then the go-out stocks, the restaurants, the Ubers, are all getting hit. People are not going to go out if and when coronavirus comes here.
Yes, the stock market is tanking right now, except for stocks like Peloton and Netflix, because those companies win when people don't leave their houses. Yeah, but I still think these companies need to innovate to keep up with the virus. You know, like usually if you've been binging Love is Blind for 10 hours, a screen pops up and asks, "Are you still watching?" Yeah, but going forward, it should probably say, "Are you still alive?" And the answer is probably no, because Cameron and Lauren's romance destroyed me. And honestly, I get why Netflix would be popular, but I don't get why Peloton is blowing up. Like, there's no point in exercising during the apocalypse. Yeah, because when you finally go outside, you have a six-pack, but there's no one there to appreciate it. It's like, is anyone out there? Is anyone there? Look, my stomach is divided into sections now. So yes, Peloton, Netflix, and stay-at-home companies are #winning thanks to the coronavirus. But because many people don't want to stay at home, there's another industry that's also taking off.
The coronavirus emergency, we're seeing a rush to buy those face masks.
Stores and websites sold out. ABC News gaining exclusive access inside this 3M factory in South Dakota, where they're working around the clock to meet demand. Amazon even reportedly warning third-party retailers that are taking advantage of this mask hysteria, raising prices by more than 400%.
That's right. So many people are going out and buying masks that stores have completely run out, and people who have the masks are charging a fortune. Yeah. That's why I did the next best thing, and I just bought a DVD of the mask. Yeah. You just hold it right here in front of your face, and no one will bother you because you look like a crazy person. Keeps you healthy, and it's a good movie. So that's the latest with the coronavirus. It's hurting the economy. Nations around the world are on high alert, and everyone is on edge. And I get it. I really get it. I mean, right now, some of you in the studio audience, you're probably nervous that you don't have a mask of your own. Well, don't worry, my friends. I've got you covered. If you feel under your seats, I've put the coronavirus down there. So now you don't have to worry about having a mask because you're already infected. All right, that's time for an ad break. 98% of us will be right back.